Hey guys, AsePlayer here, and welcome back to another Stick War 3 video. We're doing Cotton 4K, we got a Newbie, and we got 2 OP, please nerf, and we got a game. So both sides definitely very spell heavy. They definitely did take up a third of their deck purely with spells, and maybe another third with enchantments and upgrades. But that doesn't mean that the units they've selected are any less prudent. We got a classic Spiritual on the right, and we got a not-so-classic Sickle Wrath Ninja strategy on the left from Newbie, and if there's anything that shows that Newbie is a newbie, it's this strategy, because unfortunately for him, when it comes down to it, he can only have one light Q, because those Sickle Wrath and those ninjas, they're both light, and oh my god, Newbie immediately just trying to Castle Archeron snipe 2 OP please nerf, and it actually almost worked. That single garrison was a very smart play by Newbie. It's actually pretty big brain. So maybe his name isn't all that it's meant out to be. But on top of that, he's got bonus Castle Archidons, and it's important to note that these guys do splash damage now. It's only like 20%, I think, but that can be really annoying, especially if it hits a group of Archidons, for example, which is exactly what 2 OP Please Nerf is going for, so he's going to need to be a little careful. Now, Newbie does have the Vamp, which is great news for him, because why would you never want to have Vamp? It's just good. And then he also has a heal and rage, so he's going for like this full light build strategy. I kind of dig it. You know, I know initially I was kind of dissing it, but this is a kind of strategy I would go for too. I don't even care that it's not good. It would be super pog if it worked. So I believe in him. He's going to be spamming lots of miners, because that's what you got to do if you want to get a ninja out, man. These guys are like way too expensive. Kind of wish they were like 100 mana crystal or something instead of 150. I definitely think a Spiriton for 50 mana crystal is way better of a value. But that's not going to stop Newbie from trying to pull it off anyway. And 2 OP please nerf, he's going to just go in again. But this time, just so he can use the Lightning Storm, I guess, and so he can be a little gremlin, which I don't blame you. But it's probably not the best 150 mana crystal you could buy. Especially now that it doesn't go beyond the minor lines too far. I mean, it still hits most of them for some reason, but not too far, so that's good. And now he's gonna come in with the Castle Archidon still there. Ouchie wouchie to those Archidons, but hey, that projectile barrier is gonna stop any Castle Archidon shenanigans from happening. But hey, Newbie's got a projectile barrier of his own, and we're gonna have a little bit of Bubble Wars. Now, honestly, this does nothing but benefit Newbie exclusively because he doesn't have ranged units, and I think that is hilarious. So when it comes down to it, if he is able to use the projectile barrier correctly, he will reap the benefits, but it's going to all depend if he does some user control shenanigans or not, and those can be very finicky and up in the air. They're not really ever guaranteed or anything like that, so we'll see. 2 OP is just kind of doing the Cupid shuffle over there. He's definitely a little nervous. And Newbie still has not been able to crank out a Shadow Wrath, unfortunately, but it's not exactly something you want to rush anyway. So not the worst thing in the world. He's actually just kind of spamming Sickle Wrath and Miners, which is a pretty good strategy. I haven't seen it fail. At least not yet. Those Castle Archidons are just laying waste to those Spiritons. Like, oh my god, look at all that damage. Whoo! You just lost 450 gold and 15 mana for shits and giggles. Look at these guys. Can I click one? Why can't I click one? I want to read your stats. Alright, whatever. Here comes the projectile barrier attack, and 2 OP please nerf. He's going in once more, absolutely pooping on Newbie's miners a little bit, which is ouchie. But the good news is the projectile barrier was sticking around, because the guy it was attached to, he's dead. Oh, he comes in once more with some rage, ready to fight the Castle Archidons once more, and those Castle Archidons have the potential to do big damage to him, and honestly, that is pretty bad. You lost 2 Spiritons and an Archidon, he killed some miners. Like, Newbie's got more population, and now you're gonna cast the... Oh my god, man. I don't know what to say. 2 OP please nerf, you are kind of spamming spells and being a little nuisance, but Newbie's got the longevity. He's got the economy, he's got units that haven't even seen the light of day yet, and he's gonna make ninjas, man. Like, what are you gonna do when the ninjas show up? Some Ninjago stuff. If you're not the green ninja, you literally can't win. That's just the rules. I don't make them up, I just enforce them. Anyway, more bubble wars going in. Archeron's doing some weird sidestep stuff, and then 2 OP please nerf realizing maybe I don't want to be here anymore. And those arrows thankfully get a follow right at the feet of that Archeron. He's gonna make it out of there just barely. No arrow to the knee for him today. But you best bet that 2 OP please nerf's gonna run back in there because he hasn't learned his lesson yet. You gotta run in there and lose half your army, or else you're not gaming. So there goes basically the entire Spiriton's HP, and now these Archerons are about to get lit up. Oh my god. 2 OP, please nerf. What is the purpose of doing what you're doing, man? You've cast this about 4 times now, and you've killed like 2 miners with it. Ever. Newbie's almost double the population. He's not even the one being attacked. So 2 OP, please nerf. He's just kind of letting himself run thin. And he's going to definitely use a projectile barrier one of these days, but not today. He's instead going to lose everything to castle archers. What is wrong with you? You're going in again? Oh, okay. He's got the projectile barrier this time, but that's just kind of a copium push, bro. You needed to use that way earlier. And projectile barrier bleeding to death. Very painful stuff, I am sure. But Newbie, I want to see that army, low-key, man. I want to see what you got stocked back there. But you got no reason to reveal it, to be honest. You can just keep making Shadow Wrath and being a little nuisance. But 2 OP, please nerf. He's coming in with 2 Spiritons now. It's time to neglect splash damage yet again and let my Spiritons die yet again. I don't understand. Why would you do this when you have projectile barrier? This is just how you throw. Stop. Please stop. Just resist the urge to do it once. Just once, man. What do you got going on over here? You don't even have that many miners. You're just making units so they can keep dying. You don't even make the miners. Newbie is the sleeper of this game, dude. He's the underdog, and he's about to, like, I don't know when he's gonna do it, but 2 OP, please nerf. I would be surprised if he didn't instantly surrender the second he ungarrisons. Here he comes with a projectile barrier, definitely a little smarter this time around, but oh no, a counter projectile barrier. Who could have seen this coming? I guess Newbie did, to be exact. But don't worry, he's gonna push in again because he wants to die. That Spiriton doesn't even last like 2 seconds, man. You really just, you gotta give up on the single Spiriton push one of these days. And like, I don't even know what kind of push could get through those Castle Archidons at that point. Maybe if you had an extra like 40 population of guys, it would be a little easier, but unfortunately you've trickled them all in and like lost them over a period of time. And now I'm gonna speed up because everyone is at a standstill for now, except for 2 OP, please nerf, because he got 1 Spiriton, so you know what that means. Alright, at least he didn't lose the Spiriton that time. That's definitely a little bit of an improvement, I would say. But not by much. You're still getting beaten population pretty dramatically, and you're like broke. He's coming in. He's barely got the money for a projectile barrier, and he barely got off cooldown, but that's why he attacked. You know, he's syncing up his cooldowns. Similar to how like spies sync up their wristwatches, I suppose. And he's gonna go in for the push right now, but he's gonna need to leave and take a whole bunch of AoE damage to the dome. That poor Spiriton, he just exists to perish, and maybe those other ones almost will too. Just, whatever you do, don't do it. I know you want to do it, but don't do it. Newbie has 60 population. Oh no, bro. Oh no. Newbie's gonna like bait him in and wait for one more, I swear. I can't believe you did it. I mean, I can believe you did it, but I can't believe you did it. He has 60 population, man. Killing his miners is actually gonna help him. He's gonna be able to make another Sickle Wrath or something like that. And just, I mean, the gold mines are running thin, but that doesn't really matter when you're stacked and cracked. Now, Newbie, he's going to try to make a Shadow Wrath, and he's going to realize it costs a little bit more than 1 population, but don't worry! 2 OP, please nerf. He's going to come in and change the game with this super push. There's no possible way he could be stopped. And now Newbie reveals what he's got cooking, and now 2 OP, please nerf runs. Scared shitless. And losing 2 Spiritons in the process. Uh-oh. Newbie. I don't know, I said that like, uh-oh, stinky meme, but uh-oh, Newbie, 2 OP. Sorry guys, I had a little too much caffeine today, but I got to say, bougie coffee tastes delicious. Anyway, 2 OP, please nerf. He's going to do some scouting, some sightseeing perhaps, although his trip was cut a little short. And I don't know when Newbie's going to pull the trigger. He's just kind of letting 2 OP, please nerf get back in the game. And you never want to do that. But I think in this case, 2 OP, please nerf still can't win. Simply because projectile barrier exists on the other side. You got, like, a majority of your killing force is all Archeons. So if he's able to get that one pivotal projectile barrier, then it's going to literally be kind of useless. I don't know what these Archeons are doing, but they seem to be fighting for dominance over here, and it looks like a formation bug of sorts. Cool. How's that economy looking, man? Oh my god, you poor thing. I mean, okay, 2 OP Please Nerf does have the vault, so like now that's starting to kick in. Economy's not too bad. But Newbie, oh my god, he cubed 12 Shadow Wrath? I wasn't even paying attention. That is so silly. You gotta just attack, man. I don't know how long you want to wait for it, because Newbie, he's kind of starting to show his noobness. You should have attacked 10 years ago, man. Like, you are stacked, you are cracked. Your opponent kept trickling things in like a little silly goose. But I guess he just wants as many ninjas as physically possible. Look at that army. It's absolutely killer. Both sides starting to exchange miners. Don't worry, 2 OP, please nerf. You can always count on him to cast a cloud that actually just benefits the other side. And out comes a Newbie. Maybe you're gonna do something now. Please do so. Both of these players are like triggering me. You're gonna cycle your sickle wrath now and make more ninjas. I mean, honestly, it's not a terrible idea. It's kind of funny. And especially with Rage, I will say, like, the Sickle Wrath have a lot of potential to eat up those Archeons. Only problem is, those Spiritons are a pain in the Sickle Wrath's ass. I recently tried to use Sickle Wrath spam in a previous video, and if the Spiritons are shielding, they do 1 damage. So it's, like, not even gonna cut it. But Newbie, he knows this. He wants those ninjas. He's gonna start sacrificing more and more things to just get more ninjas. Don't worry, another Storm Cloud that benefits Newbie. Wouldn't be a 2 OP please nerf play without it. And now he's gonna come in for the final push, allegedly. He thinks he's gonna pull it off, but Newbie may be going to stop him. I don't know. Depends if he wants to projectile barrier today. Maybe he doesn't. But maybe he's saving it for when he starts chasing down the Archeons, because look, all those Spiritons are toasted. Here comes the rage against the machine. And have you ever seen a group of Archeons melt faster? What a disaster for 2 OP please nerf. But we already knew this was coming. Newbie was just lying in wait, preparing to absolutely demolish him with quite the army. And now he even has a projectile barrier to deal with that Castle Archeron. 2 OP please nerf's first somewhat decent lightning spell, and he cast it off to the left anyway, and that's gonna be the game. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.